Hey there, and congratulations on signing up for your very first Polistic Yoga class. Whether it's online or in person, there's a few things that I want you to know before you start your first Polistic Yoga session, and I'm going to go over those in this video today. The first thing to remember is do not eat before you practice for at least 1 hour before. It's really important. It's going to impact your practice in a lot of different ways. That is a traditional yoga practice. Number 2, if you're on your menstrual cycle, then do not go upside down. 3 is awareness of these inverted poses. So I'm going to show you the 2 different variations of the inverted poses that we do in Polistic Yoga so that you can be more in tune with those before we actually get to that part in the flow of the class. Okay, so we do handstands in 2 different ways. We either go this way, and we call these forward handstands, so we're going to be looking at the pole, or we use the wall or a chair or a person to help climb up with, and we call those reverse. So anytime we're looking at the pole, it's forward. Anytime we're looking away from the pole, it's reverse. In the forward handstands, we're going to start in traditional yoga in down dog. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the variations that you can do in case you can't go all the way upside down. So if you have any wrist, elbow, shoulder, back problems, you can either do reverse fold. Your head is hanging down. You can do forward fold. Breathing. Remember, you're breathing the whole time through, or if that's too much, and remember, if it's too much to go all the way down, even if you're going here, just kind of trying to get that head down just a little bit. Just holding it, so even if you can't go all the way, or you can simply hang out in child's pose. And that's okay too. Okay, so we're going to go into down dog. This is traditional yoga, downward facing dog. And we're breathing, and our feet are back. Now, the further you're walking out, the harder it's going to be. And so I want everyone to keep that in mind, because I see people and they're stepping way far out and it's really hard. And on the opposite, if you're really, really, really far in, it's really, really hard to get up to. So finding that perfect spot for you, and I like to do that, put your feet kind of right in line with the pole. And just like in traditional down dog, so a way that we can practice is move that foot next to the pole and then bring your other one up. And so you can start practicing. This is walking down pose with the foot on the floor. And then when you get stable, you can bring the foot up off the floor. And then this is forward handstand. This is inverted star. The knee is down. The foot is over the head, and you're looking between the thumbs. This is square pose. And this is sliding down pose. We just slide down. And then we go back into reverse fold or plank. And we always take our time to breathe. And when we're coming back up, we always pause either in reverse table or swimmer's pose. And we always pause coming up. Each pose we hold for at least 12 counts or 3 deep breaths. And as you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So those are the ones, if we're in the studio where we don't have a wall, we'll really just be focusing on those handstand poses. If we're at home or we're using a chair or somebody else in a studio, and I don't have somebody else here today to show you, or a chair big enough, you need a really stable chair. I've even used books to weight the chair to make it more stable. Okay, so on this handstand, on the exhale, you're going to go down. You're going to put your hands on the ground, and your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to come up onto the wall. The back of the head is on the pole. And then you're going to come up 1 foot at a time. And then we point our toes, and then we can go into inverted lotus from here. And then here's scorpion. We put the leg on the wall, open up. And again, you do it on both sides. Leg on the wall, flat foot, open up, coming down. That is an advanced pose. And then we end this one, crouching lotus with the head down. We go really slow. Remember, we pause. Inhale, exhale, coming up. And then we gently bounce. And breathe. And you don't have to bounce at the end. It's just to get that blood flowing back the right way. So those are some things to keep in mind. If we're in a live class and if you have any questions, always raise your hand, or if we're in a Zoom, say, hey, I have some questions. If you are in the academy and you're rewatching these videos, there's always a comment section. You can comment there. You can always email me, Jenesis@polisticyoga.com, and I can answer any of your questions. I look forward to seeing you at the next session. Namaste at the pole.